Hey everyone, Linda from Let's Talk Prepping. And I want to bring you some of the headlines from this week and this weekend. What's going on in the world? What about your job? Are you going to have a job? What about gas prices? What about contact lenses? All kinds of interesting things. Another a big eggplant that went up in flames. So let's go see what's happening in the world today. We're over here now at the Wall Street Journal, WSJ.com, and the company's conducting layoffs in 2023. And here's the list. And they go through Alphabet, that's the Google parent, Amazon, IBM, Microsoft, Salesforce, SAP, Spotify, Unity Software, Verily, it's a life science, Vimeo, and then in financial services, BlackRock, BNY Mellon, retail, Bed Bath & Beyond, Carvana, Hasbro, McDonald's, Stitch Fix, Wonder Group. In the crypto sector, Coinbase, Crypto.com, Genesis, manufacturing sector, Dow, 3M. So these are just some of the companies that are going to be laying off in 2023. And if you happen to work for one of them, you might have to worry a little bit. And then over here from the dailymail.co.uk, AI, artificial intelligence, will take 20% of all jobs within 5 years. Experts explain how bots like ChatGPT will dominate the labor market. Now they can write poems, take exams, and even defend a human in court. And if you go down here a little ways, you see the organization Do Not Pay is using ChatGPT to defend people in court against speeding fines. So it's just interesting that what's going on. Are you going to lose your job to artificial intelligence and to a robot? So we have all those companies that are laying off. We're over here at ZeroHedge.com, and a massive fire destroys commercial egg farm belonging to the top U.S. supplier. Dozens of food processing plants were destroyed and damaged last year by accidental fires. After several months of a lull in the mysterious fires ripping through the food industry, the first major one of the new year was reported by NBC Connecticut Saturday, and 100 firefighters battled a massive fire at a commercial egg farm in Basra, Connecticut. And this was from Hillendale Farms. It was a 150-foot by 400-foot chicken coop with 100,000 chickens in it. And they don't know what it's going to mean for the national egg supply. And the fire comes at a time when U.S. suffers from a severe shortage of eggs due to bird flu wiping out tens of millions of egg-laying hens. And then the price of eggs, we all know, have jumped to astronomical levels. And here you can see the big jump here. And this could be the start of another string of suspicious fires at food plants. And here's the number of fires. So we have this egg company starting on fire. And though over here at newscientist.com, U.S. hospitals are facing critically low supplies of liquid ibuprofen. In response to the shortage, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration is temporarily allowing manufacturers to produce and distribute non-FDA approved drugs for relieving fever and pain. So we have that, and that's dated this week. And from the New York Post, nypost.com, we have people should drink less coffee to combat climate change, study says. And you can look that up. And, they're trying to get us to forget about everything because of climate change and maybe, I guess, just live without anything. Don't eat, don't drink, don't do anything. I guess you'd have to almost be naked. But if you go over here to naturalnews.com, coffee contains hundreds of medicinal compounds that may prevent cognitive decline. And again, January 24th. So coffee reduces cellular inflammation and protects against neurodegenerative diseases. Compounds in coffee improve communication and prevent cell death. So you might want to go over here and check this out. And some kind of bad news here from Yahoo Finance. They say gas prices could reach $4 by April, maybe sooner. Get ready for gas prices to rise again going into spring. A gallon of driving fuel could go back about above $4. It's a question of when, not if. So this guy says by April. Motorists are going to start getting squeezed more so in late February. The next 3 weeks could be a mixed bag. So we've got electric prices going up, natural gas prices going up, we've got oil prices going up, we've got gasoline going up, we've got food prices going up. It's just going to be terrible, and especially if you're on a low income, it's going to be really bad. He says the national average of retail gasoline is $3.41 a gallon compared to $3.10 a month ago. So we have all of that happening. And I did want to look real fast at this one from Infowars.com. A dollar collapse is now in motion. Saudi Arabia signals the end of the petro status. And this is really important. This is January 25th. Because once our dollar is no longer buying oil and being the currency that they had to use to buy oil, we are in big trouble. We can't print money like we have been. And we're going to have massive inflation and other currencies will take over. So the effects of the decline of the dollar may not immediately be felt or become obvious for another year or two. What will happen is consistent inflation on top of high prices we're already dealing with. Central banks seem to be well aware of what is about to happen to the dollar, while the American public is kept in the dark. This is one of the most important things that could happen in the coming year and the coming years, because if this happens, we're going to have hyperinflation. We're not going to have a dollar anymore that's worth anything. And it will be the collapse of our currency. Maybe it'll bring in those digital dollars. I don't know. But it's not something we want to look forward to. And then I did want to look at this because it's interesting. This is from the American Academy of Ophthalmology. High-tech contact lenses that go beyond correcting vision. This is like one of those spy things you used to read, the spy novels or see the spy movies, and you'd say, wow, they put that in. They could see telescopically. And what it is that they can use these contact lenses as a smartphone control. It could allow you to control your smartphone remotely. Not that I would want to do that, but they've got a U.S. patent to design lenses with motion sensors. The sensors allow wearers to command devices by blinking and using peripheral vision. So if you blink a lot, does your device go on and off, on and off? I don't know. So Samsung also aspires to have the lenses beam photos and videos directly to the user's eyes. And then there's a telescopic lens. You can zoom in and out with the blink of an eye. And that's been developed by researchers in China and California. And then if we go over here to All About Vision, This is all about vision.com. Smart contacts coming with AR, health monitoring, and more. And you can pre-order these contact lenses now. So how do they work? It can improve and expand eyesight with mini micro versions of a whole range of tools, including batteries, antennae, autofocusing lenses, task-specific sensors, CPUs, data storage, radios, cameras, wireless technology, and miniaturized power sources. All of that in a contact lens. That's kind of interesting. So it can monitor your health, and it can do night vision. Super new visual abilities beyond our wildest dreams are also being sewn into smart contacts. So night vision, the Department of Defense has teamed up with the University of Michigan to enable soldiers to see in the dark using thermal imaging. Telescopes, we just looked at that. Photography. Augmented reality, exploring ways to project virtual images directly onto the eye. And it could be helpful in navigation. Could greatly enhance the close point work of surgeons and emergency personnel. So they developed a contact lens that isolates the miniaturized technology components into transparent islands that can move around the eye's surface. Not sure what that would do. Sony has applied for a patent that converts eye blinks into electrical power. And Novartis has been granted a patent on solar-powered smart lenses. And then they can use it to store images and videos. And this, along with facial recognition, could replace body cameras. So that's what's interesting and what's going on in the world today. Just some interesting things. So please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Leave a comment, and thanks so much for watching.